Dex had to just listen to the quiet beep of the machines around him, as Rin simply ate his meal in front of him, the two of them barely uttering a word to each other. It had been days since they last talked. Dex could feel his throat dry up, and his heart sink at the thought of speaking a word. Dex dug his fork into the rubbery meat that the food dispenser spat out for the two of them. The identity of the meat completely slipped his mind. The flavor was beefish, but the appearance was more like raw chicken. It did not matter in the slightest anyways. It was all lab-grown. Dex chewed and chewed as the meat bunched back up again into a swallowable chunk. Rin mirrored the uncomfortable look as they ate. It was not like this at the beginning. Rin and Dex had been eating gourmet steaks and potatoes. But just like their attitudes, the meat's quality declined. Fast. 50 years originally seemed like it would be an easy journey, especially with a partner. Yet the moment it hit the third year, the days began feeling like weeks. Despite the beautiful view out their window, space began to feel the same. Every day. The stories of the stars back on Earth were distorted into abnormal constellations. At first, it was fun, a new sky for them to view, but as they dug deeper into the trenches of space, the enthusiasm died out.
So, stop it. I'm trying to eat.
Dex abandoned his attempt. Rin was blocked by a giant brick wall, unreachable. All the confidence in his body escaped through a sigh, standing up from the large cafeteria table that only housed the two. Dex left. Rin's expression remained vacant. With 47 years still left, Dex could see the total lack of joy on his face. Dex replanted himself on the complete opposite end of the cafeteria, his mind numbing, rotting away. That was the last time Rin spoke to Dex. Shortly after, Rin locked himself in his room, never once leaving it again. One day, the stench of death emerged from the room. Dex could not work himself up to open that door. The thought of what he looked like sent shivers down his spine.
Sonny, what's your time looking like?
47 years, 53 days, 12 minutes, and 34 seconds.
Thanks, Sonny.
It is my duty, Overseer.
Of course.
Dex's eyes closed as his body attempted to relax on the well-used mattress. The uncomfortable clocking and ticking of the machines around him kept him awake, as he imagined the scene of his partner's room. How could anyone last these 50 years, even if the promise of salvation was ahead? New planet? New home? Dex rolled around in his thin blanket, desperately attempting to fall asleep, but something in his brain was stopping him. He could feel his brain wrinkles moving, shifting around like a clump of snakes, a tingling sensation itching away at his brain. Dex's body seemed to wake itself from its attempted slumber, shooting him upwards onto the floor, his feet catching him from the fall. The spaceman's soles pushed him forward through the doorway, through the stench and towards the thick window. The same dull black sky welcomed Dex, yet he returned the comfort with a cold gaze. The uncomfort in his skull was digging away at his state, a groan emanating from his mouth. Almost immediately, it disappeared into nothingness the moment he caught sight of a peculiar nebula. It wore a deep red coat, with a strange, empty black center. Those features were not what caught the attention of Dex. What did catch his attention was the shape. It was almost exactly the shape of a human eyeball, staring right into his soul.
Sonny, I have a question.
Yes, Dexter?
Sonny, what is it that I'm looking at?
Dex stood there for a moment as he waited for Sonny's response, but that moment turned into a few.
Sonny,
Yes, Dexter?
what is it that I'm looking at?
Once again, nothing.
Sonny,
Yes, Dexter?
what is the time looking like?
47 years, 24 days, 13 minutes, and 1 second.
Why can't you answer my other question?
Once again, nothing.
Helpful assistant, they said.
Dex stared forward into the eye in the distance. It was like the eye of a demon, crimson and black. They said that they might come across nebulae, but this was something entirely different. It felt solid, real. No, just a nebula. Dex forced himself around and back towards his room.
I am real, and you are real.
Dex's heels stopped instantly. Dex could feel his brain shift and move around slimily, as if a worm had worked its way into his skull as he slept. Dex could feel the gaze of that red eye on the back of his head, shooting a pin straight through it.
You are Dexter Halligan, and I am God.
I'm not religious.
I have seen the cycle of beginning and end. You are but a speck of relevance.
You're just an eye to me.
Yet I feel empathy. You are like me in the universe, alone.
Sonny, what is outside the vessel?
I'm sorry, Dexter, but it seems like there is nothing outside the vessel except the vacuum of space.
What am I hearing? Sonny?
Sonny cannot comprehend me, Dexter.
Dexter, I may suggest that you take a short trip around the vessel to cool down.
You're right, Sonny.
Dex took no moment of hesitation to leave the sight of the window. You just need a moment to breathe, Dexter thought to himself. You've been alone for too long. Dexter practically ran through the halls of the craft, hiding away in the nearest bathroom, dropping into the fetal position.
Sonny, is my body functioning abnormally?
Your brain patterns are off. They are much more active than usual.
What do you mean by that?
Dexter, must I awaken the next pair early?
What? No, I'll be fine.
It is the interest of the company to awaken the next pair early if you are unable to complete your term.
No, I'm fine, Sonny. I can finish this term.
Dex could feel his heart accelerating.
I've given my confirmation. Please return to your cryostasis chamber.
Dex desperately gasped at the air, trying to bring sense to his thoughts. Every inch of his body was in a panic. They're just going to leave me in there. They'll forget, he thought.
That's right, Dexter. They'll leave you.
They're gonna leave me?
Yes, so just turn off Sonny. Sonny is only here to leave you behind.
Dexter, who are you talking to?
How do I turn Sonny off?
Dex could feel his brain squirming once again.
The command center. You know it.
Command center, command center, command center.
Dex stood up, his legs barely holding him up. Dex stumbled his way through the empty white and gray halls. The lifeless white lights bore holes into his skull like a drill digging its way in. Dex's eyes began to pulsate, his vision shifting all the colors around him into red.
Command center, command center, command center.
Dexter, please refrain from entering the command center. Entry is strictly prohibited.
Command center, command center, command center.
Dex could feel himself approaching friendship. He could feel that hole filling up once again.
Dexter, please refrain from pulling the cord. I repeat, please
Dex felt all the red leave his vision, his hand slipping off the freshly pulled cord.
Good, my friend.
Did I do it right?
Indeed. I just need one more thing from you.
What is it?
The cargo bay. I need it removed. I'm hungry.
Yes, I should feed my guests.
I'd say you're more like the guest, Dexter.
I'm sorry about that.
Dexter mumbled as he searched the beeping control panels.
All is forgiven. We'll be together once you do this, Dexter along with the others.
I want to speak with others too.
You'll get that, Dexter. Just release the cargo.
Dex nodded to himself as he gripped the lever, swiftly pulling it down. Dex could feel any weight on his shoulder fly away into nothingness, like a butterfly taking flight.
Now, come to me.
The back of the command center was enveloped in a red light, the eye floating just right there in the view of Dex from a window. Dex could feel the gravity of the situation push him further, almost pulling him towards the eye. The cargo bay floated out and towards the eye as well. That damn red eye that Dex just could not resist.
Come to me, Dexter. Come join me. There is no one left for you on that ship. No Rin, no Sunny, no one.
The people expanded horrifically, one section at a time, and it engulfed the cargo bay that forced Dex into a little speck of sand. Not one sound came out. It was just there for a second, and then gone the next. Dex was next, and he loved it. Rin was gone for far too long, and Sunny was not real. Dex needed someone real.
Dex, I love you. I need you.
Dex's legs were not working. They just tumbled to the ground pathetically. Dex wanted to move, to escape to his only friend, but his legs forbade him. Dex watched all around for something, anything to help him get out. He just had to feel the desire of the eye, that yearning desire.
Dex, just break the glass.
Oh. The answer was simple. The fire extinguisher right in front of him. Dex picked it up and held it high above his head and slammed it down into the glass. Nothing. Once again, Dex flung it up on top of his head and let it come crashing down. Again and again and again and again. Just until the slightest crack appeared. Until Dex felt nothing in the vacuum of space. Nothing. Except for the warm embrace of the eye. The welcoming, warm embrace.
Welcome, Dex. You are one with God. Let us join the others. They are just like you, alone and adventurous.